Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 111th Kritzerland show here at Kritzerland, downstairs in the living room rather than our usual home of Feinstein's upstairs at Vitello's. How many of you have been with us before? And how many of you are new to us? Ooh, well, for those of you who are new to us, I always have to explain that I am elderly. And I read from a paper. In the shows, I actually have a clipboard, but here I just have the papers where I can see them. But the thing about the elderly is I'm even more elderly now than I was last month in November for the November show, because I had a little birthday 5 days ago, and I am a new age. That's right, I'm new age right now, but I feel great, I feel fit, I feel, I have a daily exercise regime. I'll tell you what it is. I get out of bed, I walk to the computer, I do stuff on the computer, occasionally I take a drive, but I hear today it's all about the steps, how many steps you do, how many steps. And I do 12 steps a day. So I am so in shape right now. It's unbelievable. Now, this is our annual holiday show. We've been doing these since December of 2010. We're very excited. We love to do the holiday shows. And most of the songs you'll be hearing are indeed holiday songs, but we've thrown in a couple that aren't, just because they're festive and fun and because we can. As always with our shows, you're going to hear some classic holiday songs from musicals, movies, and television, and the Great American Songbook. You'll hear some lesser-known songs, and you'll probably hear some songs you may not have heard at all, because that's what we do here at Kritzerland. When we began doing our shows, we were at the Gardenia nightclub, which is over in Hollywood, not the most desirable part of Hollywood, not the most desirable neighborhood. And I if you went out on Santa Monica Boulevard at Christmas time and said, ho, 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 you would probably get a Christmas surprise you were not expecting. Anyway, hello. But here at Kritzerland, downstairs in the living room, we can say ho, ho, ho all we want. Because we're filled with holiday cheer. So let's just get this show on the road, shall we? Doing our traditional holiday show opening number. We've opened every single holiday show with this song because it's just the perfect way to ring in the holiday season. So won't you please welcome two of our favorite young people, Peyton Kirkner and Mackenzie Wrap.
Jolly Santa, happy Santa, give the world a Merry Christmas. See Kris Kringle, bells will jingle, what you bring will fill the world with joy. Come on and twink that twinkle, wrinkle your eyes, bobble your chins, bring out your bell, remember wink and giggle, wiggle your beard, keep up your grins, get out and sell the spell of old Noel, Noel, oh, be a Santa, oh, holy Santa, oh, holy Santa, spread the word of Merry Christmas, be so jolly, ho, ho, decked with holly, ho, ho, and by golly, everyone will love you if you'll be a Santa Claus. Grab your belly, then let go, shake like jelly to and fro, ha, 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 ho, 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 roar and bellow in the snow, like a mellow buffalo, ha, 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 ho, 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 ho. To be a Santa Claus, jolly Santa, it draws out and goes lighting up with joy when you see me be a Santa. I'm singing, swinging, Santa, sing, sing with me, and I may just grant a wish that we'll have a white Christmas like the ones we used to know. Come on and twink that twinkle, wrinkle your eyes, bobble your chins, ring out your bell, remember wink and giggle, wiggle your beard, keep up your grins, get out and sell the spell of old Noel, Noel.
Kirkner and Mackenzie Wrap. Now, for those of you who haven't been to our holiday shows, Be a Santa is from a big flop Broadway musical called Subways Are for Sleeping, which starred Carol Lawrence and Sidney Chaplin. And in the chorus, a very young 18-year-old newcomer by the name of Michael Bennett. Who was one of the dancers in Be a Santa. The show may have been a flop, but we've now done many of the songs from it here at Kritzerland because I love the score. And in fact, I reissued the show's cast album many years ago. Subways Are for Sleeping opened on December 27th, 1961 at the St. James Theater, where it ran for 205 performances despite the absolutely horrible reviews. Now, the reviews were so bad that the producer, David Merrick, did something that no one had ever done before. He found people with the same names as the critics and invited them to the show, got favorable quotes from them, and did a quote ad. They don't make them like David Merrick anymore, do they? Our next song was written especially for a Sandy Bainham Christmas CD that I produced. Sandy came to me and asked if I could write a song for her Christmas CD, and I said no, because what could I bring to the table that hadn't already been brought to the table 100 times in classic Christmas songs? And then I remembered that I was a Jew, and I really didn't know any Jewish-themed Christmas songs, and so I wrote this next song you're about to hear. And then 2 years ago, we put it into the musical Doug Haverty and I wrote, called A Carol Christmas, because one of the characters is a shiksa, and she's dating a Jew. So it fit perfectly. Here to sing this Christmas, please welcome one of Santa's favorites, Adrienne Stiefel.
Jewish man I'm dating won't be standing underneath the mistletoe this year, 'cause I'll be here with you. This Christmas I'll be lighting a menorah, singing dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Santa won't be coming to my house, but I'll be there, an honorary Jew. On the 8th day of Hanukkah, my true love gave to me a lot of latkes and some chocolate gelt. No, he won't be saying Merry Christmas, darling, but when he said Shalom, I simply meant this Christmas won't be roasting any chestnuts, won't be mixing meat and dairy. Still we'll have a merry holiday for me, for you, a goy, a Jew, a happy Hanukkah for two. This Christmas Hanukkah is what I'll do. This Christmas Hanukkah is what I'll do.
Adrienne Stiefel. She just got married, you know, and actually not to a Jew, but, so she's having, instead of a Merry Christmas, she's having a married Christmas. Our next song is from a Christmas TV special called Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Aside from a 1950 marionette program, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol was the very first animated holiday program ever done specifically for television. It first hit the airwaves in December of 1962. It was a delightful program, but what made it truly delightful and unique was that it featured a score by Broadway veterans Julie Stein and Bob Merrill. And in fact, 1 year later, they would begin a second collaboration that would result in the brilliant score for Funny Girl. You wouldn't really expect an absolutely stunning ballad in a Mr. Magoo cartoon, but that's what viewers got. So here to sing the beautiful Winter Was Warm, please welcome Kerry O'Malley.
Winter was warm, summer soft that year. The winter was warm, without a sign of frost, like winter lost its way that year. It seems, as I recall, no blossoms fell that fall. May didn't leave at all, or did love paint an illusion? Now trees with a sigh stand and shiver while their dreams fall and die, and all my dreams are there, wrapped up somewhere in summer leaves. Oh, what I'd give to be in love again. This year the winter is cold. Will it ever be warm? All my dreams are there, wrapped up somewhere in summer leaves. Oh, what I'd give to be in love again. This year the winter is cold. Will it ever be warm as it was then?
Kerry O'Malley. Before we go 1 minute more, can I just introduce you to our fabulous musical director, Richard Allen.
Good to see you.
Back in 1960, anyone remember 1960? I saw a movie at a sneak preview at the Village Theater in Westwood. The movie was called High Time, and it was directed by Blake Edwards. I fell head over heels in love with the film and its score by Henry Mancini. And of course, I bought the soundtrack album the day it came out, but like all of Mancini's albums back then, it wasn't really the soundtrack. It was a re-recording. He would go in the studio, and this was unique to him, and re-record his albums kind of as pop albums, really. And it worked because many of the albums he did that way were huge hits, like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Atari and Charade, all big hits. Anyway, I loved the main title music in High Time, and it was a classic Mancini march, and I would dance. I would dance around my house. I would hum it as loud as I could. I would dance around the house like the strange child that I was, frequently wearing one of my mother's girdles. And I don't ask me why. I thought girdles were funny. I guess you could say that. It's TMI, I know. Anyway, I always wished the tune had lyrics, but it didn't, so I could only hum. So when we did a Kritzerland show called Mancini Magic, I really wanted to do that tune, and so I just sat down and I wrote a lyric for it. And since that's the only time it's been heard, I thought it would be fun to do it tonight, especially because the tune is just so joyous and positive. So here to sing the theme from High Time with lyrics and no girdle, please welcome Daniel Bellusci.
When all your worries and woes surround you and grind up and ground you, don't sit and stare and seethe. Just take a breath and breathe. When all your troubles and cares just blind you, then put them behind you. It's high time that you did, so don't delay. When your mood's going down, pick it up and then go and paint the town. And then when life starts cramping your style, you just say, sorry, I can't be bothered, and you simply start to smile. And then you don't let it all defeat you, 'cause it's time to treat you to all life has to give. It's high time that you live. It's time to wake up and start ignoring the humdrum and boring. Just grab life by the throat. High time that you're a winner, and so be a winner today. When your sun doesn't shine, you can shine. And the sun might take a hint, and if the bad just turns into worse, just say, I've had it with bad, and put the whole Megillah in reverse. And then you don't let it all defeat you, 'cause it's time to treat you to all life has to give. It's high time that you live. It's time to wake up and start ignoring the humdrum and boring. Just grab life by the throat. High time that you're a winner, and so be a winner today. A winner today.
Daniel Bellusci. Now we have a fun little treat for you. Back in 1994, anyone remember 1994? I produced an album called A Broadway Christmas, which featured Christmas songs from Broadway shows. Big surprise. And on that album, we had two wonderful people who had either just gotten married or were about to get married. And so I gave them our next song, which is from a musical called I Love My Wife. With music by Cy Coleman and book and lyrics by Michael Stewart. The show opened on Broadway at the Ethel Barrymore Theater on April 17th, 1977, where it played for 857 performances. It was nominated for 6 Tony Awards and won 2 of them for Best Actor in a Musical and Best Director of a Musical. And the treat tonight is that we have the two marrieds who did this song on the Broadway Christmas album. So here to do Lovers on Christmas Eve 26 years later, please welcome the wonderful Liz Larsen and Sal Viviano.
I'm a softie, I guess, sentimental, oh yes, but I honestly do believe there's no kick to compare to the thrill that you share being lovers on Christmas Eve. Santa Claus turns me on, one ho-ho and I'm gone. Come on, see it. I'm too naive, but who cares, and so what? Just as long as I've got my sweet lover on Christmas Eve.
Easter's sweet, so is Lent when it's spent in your arms. And Labor Day and Arbor Day, they both have their charm.
But they pale, I'm afraid, and are put in the shade to the natural high we achieve just by being together and lovers on Christmas Eve.
Jingle bells leave me cold, for St. Nick I'm too old. Red-nosed reindeer, that's make-believe. Good old Scrooge, he's my boy, still and all I enjoy being lovers on Christmas Eve. Fuses blow, trees collapse, candy canes crack my caps, and when I get those bills I grieve. But come snow or come slush, This old heart turns to mush when we're lovers on Christmas Eve. Flag Day's fine, May Day's keen, Halloween is a joy, and heaven knows that Hanukkah is happy.
Oh boy,
No?
little boy.
But they pale, I'm afraid, and I'll put in the shade by the natural high we attain just by being together and married and lovers on Christmas.
Lovers on Christmas Eve.
Liz Larsen and Sal Viviano still married after all these years and beautiful children. Our next song was written by David Friedman, and it's been a cabaret staple for years, and it's had quite a few recordings too. Now, the song was, of course, written for an adult to sing, but we've done it with younger folks, and it's kind of delightful, if a little surreal, as you're about to hear. To tell you all about her simple Christmas wish, please welcome back Peyton Kirkner.
Ever since I was a baby, I've had one dream in mind. And each Christmas I think maybe it will finally come true. It's a simple wish that everyone has had from time to time. So I know you'll understand me when I share my dream with you. I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. Step on all my enemies and never do a thing. I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. So all I have to do in life is sit around and sing. I don't want to work, struggle, or compromise. When I set a goal, I want to reach it right away. Cause paying your dues, that's just for other guys. As for me, I want what I want, and I want it all today. I don't want to audition, I don't want to take class. I want to be discovered while I'm sitting on my... I should not have to suffer, I should not have to sweat. I tried that for 10 minutes once, and look where did I get? I'm still not rich, famous, or powerful. Barbara Streisand has it all, and I can do what she can do. So why is she rich, famous, and powerful? Well, I'm still stuck here slipping through my life like all of you. What does it take to be famous and powerful? Santa, if you're listening, please tell me what to do. What do I have to fake to be famous and powerful? I've done everything I can, and now the rest is up to you. I tried being good, I tried being nice. I even tried pretending I was listening once or twice. But the really big stars have made it without it. Was Betty Davis pleasant? Well, I seriously doubt it. Still, she was rich. Everyone adored her and the world was at her feet. And she was a witch. It's obvious that I have gotten nowhere being sweet. Now I know I should be thankful for the blessings that I've got. My family truly worships me, and starving I am not. And I suppose good friends and family and health count for a lot. But I have to admit, all this doesn't mean poop if I'm not rich, famous, or powerful. Oh, come on, don't be so shocked. You know you felt the same as I. If we were rich, famous, and powerful, we could take all those agents and casting directors, tiny apartments and back tax collectors, critics and casting halls, chilly rehearsal halls, people who bore us, and jobs in the chorus, and kiss them all goodbye. Is that too much to ask?
Next up is a song from the Broadway musical The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, which had music and lyrics by the wonderful Carol Hall, and which opened at the 46th Street Theater on June 19th, 1978, where it was a huge hit, running 1,584 performances and garnering 7 Tony nominations, winning 2. I had the pleasure of producing the cast album of the Anne Margaret revival, and let me tell you how much fun that was. Here to do my own favorite song from the show, Hard Candy Christmas, please welcome our very own Hartley Powers.
Maybe I'll dye my hair. Maybe I'll move somewhere. Maybe I'll get a car. Maybe I'll drive so far they'll all lose track. Me, I bounce right back. Maybe I'll sleep real late. Maybe I'll lose some weight. Maybe I'll clear my junk. Maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I can't let sorrow get me way down. Maybe I'll up and go. Maybe I'll just lie low. Maybe I'll hit the bars. Maybe I'll count the stars until the dawn. Me, I will go on. Maybe I'll settle down. Maybe I'll just leave town. Maybe I'll have some fun. Maybe I'll meet someone and make him mine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still, I can't let sorrow get me way down. I'll be just fine.
Hartley Powers. Next up, we have a classic Christmas song, one I find incredibly moving and whose lyrics and message are really profound. I love this song so much. I don't even want to say any more about it. So to do this beautiful song, won't you please welcome Robert Yacko.
Maestro. Thank you. It's turkey lurkey time. Tom Turkey ran away, but he just came home. It's turkey lurkey time. He's really home to stay, never more to roam. Let us make a wish, and may all our wishes come true. A snowy, blowy Christmas, a mistletoe Christmas, a turkey-lurkey Christmas to you. A turkey-lurkey Christmas to you. It's goosey-poosey time. She was a gadabout, but she's back again. It's goosey-poosey time. Her time is running out, and we all know when. let us make a wish, and may all your wishes come true. A snowy, blowy Christmas, a mistletoe Christmas, a goosey-poosey Christmas to you. A goosey-poosey Christmas to you. Turkey, lurkey, goosey, poosey, some for Uncle Joe, some for Cousin Lucy. Everybody gather round the table. Dig in, dinner's being served. Eat all the turkey you are able. If you see a partridge in a pear tree, climb up and bring it down for me. That's something I would like to see. A snowy, blowy Christmas, a mistletoe-y Christmas. Talking about a Christmas with you. Yes, I do. I love you too. Yes, I mean you. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock, Santa's on his way. We three kings go a-wassailing in apparel that is gay. Hey, mommy's kissing Santa baby while the chestnuts roast away. Grandma got run over by a holy jolly sleigh, 'cause it's turkey lurkey time.
Robert Yacko, wasn't that just, I wept during the whole song, didn't you? That song, as you may or may not know, was written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David and is from the hit Broadway musical Promises, Promises, which opened on December 1st, 1968 at the Schubert Theater, where I saw it just 3 short weeks later. It ran for 1,281 performances, had a tour, a terrible revival, and I love it to pieces. Next up, we have one of the greatest Christmas songs ever written, and according to BMI, the most performed. Of course, ASCAP would probably have a different opinion about that. The Christmas song was written during a blisteringly hot summer in 1944 by Mel Torme and Bob Wells. Now, as Torme tells it, Wells had some scribbles on a piece of paper on his piano, because in an effort to think cool during that heat wave, he'd written down some phrases like chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping, Yuletide carols, and folks dress up like Eskimos. And Torme saw those scribbles, and 40 minutes later, a classic was born. Nat King Cole recorded it in 1946, and the rest is history. So here to sing this toasty Christmas classic, welcome back, Adrienne Stiefel.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to
Now we have a put together of two Christmas classics. The first is the Christmas Waltz, written in 1954 by Sammy Cahn and Julie Stein for some singer named what was his name? Frank Sinatra. It was yet another song written during a heat wave in July when Mr. Sinatra informed the duo that he wanted a Christmas song, and when Sinatra wanted a Christmas song, believe me, he got one. As if that wasn't enough, Sammy and Julie also wrote the second song we're doing, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. That one was written in July of 1945, also during a heat wave. It was first recorded by Vaughn Monroe in 1945, whose version topped the Billboard chart for 5 weeks. Since then, it's been sung by just about every great singer, and we have a great singer tonight. So here to sing it is Daniel Bellusci.
Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside, painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas, may your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine, in 3/4 time, wishes you and yours the same thing too. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow.
Now, as mentioned earlier, a couple of years ago, our co-producer Doug Haverty wrote the book and I wrote the score for a new musical version of A Christmas Carol set in modern times and with all the usual male roles turned into female roles, which we called A Carol Christmas, and which had a wonderful run at the Group Rep Theatre. Doug and I both received Ovation Award nominations, and we both lost. Now, in the Ghost of Christmas Past section of the show, we learn about our female Scrooge, who's named Carol, and a lost relationship she had back then. The song is sung by the man who she let get away. The man who got away, yes. Here to sing Separate Ways, please welcome back Robert Yacko.
What a fine way this turned out. What a fine place we're in. Two who cannot find their way. So who knows what might have been. Guess we'll have to grieve on this Christmas Eve, and Christmas won't be very merry when we're being quite contrary. We'll go our separate ways. You to your life, me to mine. I guess we'll never get our chance to be together. Close the chapter of this book and just move on. And all those nights and days, all the laughter, all the love, I guess that simply disappears, all in the past now. And the dreams we might have shared, those dreams are gone. Two people on a different path, sometimes those paths don't meet. Two people who, despite their feelings, cannot be complete. Despite the sharing and the caring, the end is bittersweet. Goals to make, hearts to break. And though the heartbreak stays, we survive and we make do. I guess we never get to know that happy ending. That's the way the story plays. As we go our separate ways, as we go our separate ways, and say goodbye.
Next up, we have such a treat. I met this wonderful woman back in the mid-1990s when I recorded a delightful musical that was playing at the Pasadena Playhouse called Radio Gals. We became fast friends. I used her on several albums, but she has made quite the career for herself on stage and in cabaret rooms everywhere. She's just a great performer any way you slice it. She wanted to do this next song. It's by the great Vernon Duke and Howard Dietz. It's the title song from a musical called Dancing in the Streets, which starred Mary Martin. It was meant to open on Broadway in April of 1943, but sadly didn't come in, closing during its out-of-town tryout in Boston. But here to sing Dancing in the Streets, won't you please welcome the amazing Klea Blackhurst.
In some future day, life will again be gay. These are trying times for everyone. Wait and see, there will be a glimpse of the sun. There will be peace again, life will have a new lease again, and we all will be dancing in the streets. Hearts will be high again, we will see a blue sky again, and we all will be dancing in the streets. Ring the bells from every steeple, sing our victory for we the people, bringing in joy again so that girl can meet boy again in the freedom where history repeats. There'll be dancing in the streets. Ding dong. There will be dancing in the streets. Ding dong, ding dong. There will be dancing in the streets. Ring the bells from every steeple. Sing a victory for we the people, bringing in joy again so that boy can meet boy again in the freedom where his story repeats and repeats. There'll be singing and dancing, dancing in the street.
Klea Blackhurst. Now, our next song is by the great Frank Loesser and was not written for the stage or screen. It became an instant standard from the moment it premiered in the year of my birth, 1901, and it was recorded by Margaret Whiting and Dick Hames with the Les Paul Trio, but it's also been recorded by people like Ella Fitzgerald, Johnny Mathis, the Carpenters, Patti LaBelle, Barbara Streisand, Barbara Manilow, Barry Manilow, sorry, Barry, and many, many others, including our next singer. We recorded this for the very first album I produced on my own back in 1993 on an all Frank Loesser CD, and for my money, no one has ever sung this song better. So won't you please welcome one of my favorite singers ever. We did 3 magical albums together, and she's appeared on tons of other CDs I've done. Liz Callaway.
Maybe it's much too early in the game. But I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's Eve? Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night. Welcoming in the new year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of the 1,000 invitations you'll receive.
but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of the 1,000 invitations you'll receive. But in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve.
Liz Callaway. Now we're going to do a song we've never done before. It's not a Christmas song, but it's joyous and ebullient, and I adore it. It's from a little musical called Annie, Get Your Gun. And, you know, it was written by that guy, Irving Berlin. Annie, Get Your Gun opened at the Imperial Theater on May 16th, 1946, where it was a huge hit, running for 1,147 performances. Irving Berlin was actually the second choice for the score. The first, Jerome Kern, who was going to write the score with lyricist Dorothy Fields, died 3 days after he'd begun work on it. So enter Irving Berlin and Ethel Merman, and the rest is history. It's been a success wherever it's played, including London, the national tour with Mary Martin, the MGM movie, which was to have starred Judy Garland but ended up starring Betty Hutton, the 1966 Lincoln Center revival with Ethel Merman, and the 1999 revival with a much revised libretto by Peter Stone, and frankly, the show did not need his help, in my opinion. The show is filled with one great song after another. Here to sing one of my favorites, I've got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Here's Kerry O'Malley.
Taking stock of what I have and what I haven't, what do I find? The things I've got will keep me satisfied. Checking up on what I have and what I haven't, what do I find? A healthy balance on the credit side. Got no diamond, got no pearl, still I think I'm a lucky girl. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Got no mansion, got no yacht, still I'm happy with what I got. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. gifts. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. Sunshine gives me a lovely day. Moonlight gives me the Milky Way. Got no silver, got no gold. What I got can't be bought or sold. I got the sun in the morning and the moon at night. And with the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening, I'm alright.
Next, we have a song from a musical version of It's a Wonderful Life, which was cleverly retitled A Wonderful Life, which had music by Joe Raposo and lyrics by Sheldon Harnick. It's only had a few productions over the years, which is a shame because the score is absolutely wonderful. I've recorded 3 songs from it on various albums, including the next one we're about to do. Here to sing Christmas Gifts, welcome back Daniel Bellusci.
Christmas gifts, gaily wrapped, all shapes and sizes, hiding their surprises in their bright cloaks. Christmas gifts, messengers, each a reflection of the deep affection Christmas evokes. Some are costly, some are grand, some have traveled far. Some are patiently wrought by hand, or bought with pennies from a jar. Christmas gifts, large and small, gilding December, helping us remember, bidding us recall the gift of life and the gift of love, the greatest gifts of all. Some are costly, some are grand, some have traveled far. Some are patiently wrought by hand, or bought with pennies from a jar. Christmas gifts, large and small, gilding December, helping us remember, bidding us recall the gift of life and the gift of love, the greatest gifts of all.
Now, our next number, Sleigh Ride, was written by the great Leroy Anderson as an orchestral composition in 1946. And of course, the writing was begun on the hottest day of the year. It was recorded in 1948 by Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops and instantly became one of their signature pieces. A lyric was added to the song in 1950 by Mitchell Parrish, and it became one of the most performed Christmas songs ever. So buckle up because we're going on a sleigh ride, baby. And so please welcome Sami Staitman.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring-ting-tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace where we watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, 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 there's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy. When we pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie, it'll nearly be like a picture print by Currier and Ives. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring-ting-tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Sami Staitman. Our next song isn't exactly a Christmas song, but it was written for a Christmas movie, so we're in the Christmas ballpark. Irving Berlin wrote it for the 1954 film White Christmas, and for me, it's one of Berlin's simplest and most beautiful and heartfelt songs. The song was nominated for an Academy Award, but lost to 3 coins in the fountain. I guess the fountain blessed that one rather than Count Your Blessings. But Count Your Blessings is still as popular today as it was back then. To sing it, here's Robert Yacko.
When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings.
Now we come to my personal favorite Christmas song, and actually one of my favorite songs ever, written by Hugh Martin and Ralph Blaine for the classic film Meet Me in St. Louis. The song was, of course, introduced by Judy Garland, who sang it to the young Margaret O'Brien. The song originally had somewhat depressing lyrics, and Miss Garland and her co-star Tom Drake and director Vincent Minnelli all pressured Hugh Martin to change some of the lyrics, which happily he did. The result was a brilliant song filled with heart and one of the most gorgeous melodies ever written. Here to sing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Welcome back, Adrienne Stiefel.
Christmas future is far away. Christmas past is past. Christmas present is here today, bringing joy that will last. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas Merry Christmas.
Now, before we do our final song, may I just thank a few folks. First, our wonderful technical wizardess, who so brilliantly keeps our shows glitch-free and smooth, the one and only Hartley Powers. I'd also like to thank the co-producer of our show and also the artistic director of the group Rep, who has written a short play for their holiday festival, which you can see online. And I had a great time directing that show. The one and only Doug Haverty. And of course, big thanks to our wonderful musical director, who also did those lovely orchestrations for the two Carol Christmas songs, the one and only Richard Allen.
Happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas
We also had a couple of other pianists tonight, Tom Greep and Alex Rybet, both fabulous. We'll be back probably in February, but we have some really interesting projects in the works that will become part of our Kritzerland monthly entertainments. So we're going to switch things up a bit, and we're very excited about these projects. I can't tell you any more, but you'll be knowing about them soon, and we hope that the first of them will be in late January. So stay tuned for those. And for our final song, we've put together two Irving Berlin classics. The first, Happy Holiday, was written in 1942 for the film Holiday Inn. The companion song is, of course, the most famous Christmas song ever written. Mr. Berlin wrote it in 1940. It had its first performance on Bing Crosby's radio show, the Kraft Music Hall, and then it was put into the film Holiday Inn, after which it became the #1 song in the nation. The version sung by Mr. Crosby is the best-selling single of all time, having sold over 50 million copies. It also won the Academy Award for Best Song, and I can't think of a better way to close our Christmas, Kritzerland, Christmas, Hanukkah, all things holiday show with one of the stars of the Broadway version of White Christmas, Kerry O'Malley.
Happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing, may your every wish come true. Happy holiday, happy holiday, may the calendar keep ringing, happy holidays to you. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I am longing to be up north. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Kerry O'Malley, Mackenzie Wrap, Peyton Kirkner, Sami Staitman, Hartley Powers, Daniel Bellusci, Adrienne Stiefel, Robert Yacko, Liz Larsen and Sal Viviano,
Merry Christmas!
Klea Blackhurst, Liz Callaway. Now, as with last month's show, tonight's holiday show is benefiting the Golden West chapter of ALS. They're a wonderful organization, and ALS is a horrible, horrible disease. I have someone I've worked with a lot over the past years is currently suffering from it. So please, if you have the wherewithal, donate whatever you can. If you enjoyed tonight's show, and even if you didn't, the link is on the screen, but also on our Facebook and YouTube pages. So thanks in advance. We'll be back very soon, whether it be next month or February, one of those two, or both, with our secret Hush Hush project, which we can't tell you about, of course. But until then, stay positive, stay healthy, stay safe, and aren't we all just looking forward to the sequel to 2020, 2021, the year that got better. Accentuate the positive, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you soon.